Try to read the shit there. You trying to read the shit there?
All right.
Oh, why is going mad?
Yeah, this has gone a little left. Gone a little left.
Trying to read the shits, motherfucker.
Yep, completely gone.
Word. All right, well, what up, everybody? This is your boy, Joe Fucarino.
It's your boy.
It's your boy, Joe Fucarino, with the Therapy Without a Degree podcast. To my left, we have the infamous Hideki Lil Tomi Tagada. Wait, I think I fucked it up. Takada.
Tagada.
Tagada. I'm making rhymes, yo. And then we got to the right, the infamous Walter Bauer. You already know.
No nicknames for him?
Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? How we doing?
Actually, speaking of that, what other nicknames don't we know about?
Me? I don't think there's any.
Princess?
No, for real. You didn't have like a nickname in the army?
Bauer.
Yeah, just Bauer.
They had a lot of respect for him.
They called me Beezus.
Beezus.
There it is.
Beezus. I'm with that. Alright. What'd you guys do this weekend?
Oh, man. I died.
You died?
I died and I resurrected. And now I'm here.
I didn't do shit. I relaxed. Get ready for my work trip to Virginia.
Your work trip to Virginia?
Yep.
How was that?
It was good. It was hot as balls, but
I don't know how the fuck you guys do that shit.
it was hot as shit. Especially Monday, dude. Monday was fucking brutal.
Like, way hotter than here.
Not way, but it was pretty bad. Monday, I think, was like 92, but felt like 98. Tuesday was like 87, felt like 93. Yesterday sucked. Yesterday was like 93, felt like almost 100. And if we would have had to work today, which thank God we didn't, we hustled and bustled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to get it done. If we would have had to work today, it would have been, the temperature down there today was 96, felt like 107.
Yeah, that sucks. Ass. Monkeys.
Hey, what about you? How'd you die?
Oh, I fucking died, yo. Like, I drank too much, and then I died.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I died.
You drank Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night?
No, I drank Saturday night. Died.
And then
On Sunday. I died on Sunday.
Oh, you died again on Sunday?
Yeah.
Did you drink more after?
No, hell no. People are like, yo, just drink. It's gonna be better. You have poison in your body. It's gonna make it better. The snake, you know, when it bites you.
Yeah, they say
and I'm
you
like,
have to.
shut the fuck up. The last thing I want is a beer right now. Because I was dying. I died.
Hair of the dog.
What?
It's called hair of the dog.
What is that?
When you wake up with a hangover,
Yeah.
just have a drink of whatever you were drinking the night before.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Like, it was on a whole another level of vomit.
Yeah, like you weren't on a level. That's when you, like I got like the Monday text messages, like, yo, I'm never drinking again.
Yeah.
She's like, I think I'm done.
I'm so done.
That's what you said.
That shit'll last, what, 3 days?
Maybe. If not.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Oh yeah, it'll last a day.
No, look, yesterday I went out.
Yeah,
went to the
so
bar.
you went to a Harrow's, right?
I went to the bar, I had 2 waters and a fireball shot. But
Alright.
But that's it.
That's it though. That's how it starts.
I don't know. We shall wait and see.
Because what are your plans for this weekend?
I don't know. To be honest, I think the beach or something.
Oh, the beach, yep. You gonna tell me you're not gonna drink down there?
To be honest, I don't like drinking at the beach. Because, like, I'm already fucking dehydrated. As it is.
Hey, what up? Shout out
Brian.
Okay, Brian. Shout out to Brian. My bad. I didn't know your Insta name. What up? Anyone on Facebook? Sorry, you're a little too far. My bad. I see we got some action going on over there. Oh, Walt's gonna check.
Which one's Facebook? The right or the left?
The right.
We missed.
We got nobody right now.
They dipped.
Pedro was in, but it shows. It doesn't show anybody watching. It would be right up here, right?
Yeah, no, it is.
Oh wait, we got one.
There we go. We got a strong one.
I think it might be Pedro. If it is Pedro, what up?
What up, Pedro?
Hey.
You the man.
What did you do this weekend?
What did I do? Yo, I just do the same shit. Yo, I just work. That's all I do. But this weekend I'm doing something. I'm hyped.
You gonna be a thotty?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a thotty. No, I'm not. No.
What your thotty ass gonna be at?
I'm gonna be at the Highline Ballroom.
What?
I think that's what you call it, the Highline.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, I'm going to the Joe Budden live podcast.
Nice.
All right, ready for that? Yep.
His thing with his podcast too. That's what's up.
What's up?
Joe Budden is doing his thing with his own
Yeah, doing a live podcast. Gonna go over there. I mean, he's been doing it strong, so obviously gonna try to get some, pointers and shit for us and do a little bit of networking. And I'm a big fan of their podcast. I think their shit is hilarious. So
That's
I'm going
true.
there. What's up?
When this nigga be like listening to the podcast, he'd be like laughing on the treadmill, and I'm just like, the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Well, that's Everyday Struggle. Shout out to Everyday Struggle. I usually was watching that at the gym because of the time we were going. It drops every day at 11 o'clock.
Mm.
But alright, that's too much promo for that.
He'll pick me up and he'll have the fucking podcast full blast in the car.
Hell yeah! I listen to that shit. But I listen to so many, and then I'm also catching up to other ones. And it's dope because I can listen to them all day. I listened to the Eric Thomas one. Eric Thomas is a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
And his one is called The Secret to Success. And honestly, that is probably the only thing that really keeps me motivated. Like, it keeps me motivated all day throughout the day.
That's what's up.
So, I mean, he covers a lot of different topics, like, that has to do with just being successful and just, not even just, like, about business, about motivational stuff, just different life shit, married shit, like I'm really, really into everything he's doing. Like, he's doing a cruise. I want to even do that, because it's a vacation, and you get, like, private motivational sessions with him. You get to network, all that shit, but it's a little expensive. It's a little wild. But, I mean, it's
but
also...
they sell it to you as you're investing in your future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like that sucker that actually might do it. Because honestly, it's really not that much more than what you would spend for a cruise.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
So I'm like, fuck it, like, you know what I'm saying? A cruise is dope. I've always wanted to go to one. Mikey always said cruises were amazing.
Oh yeah, we went on that cruise in 2010. That shit was so much fun.
It was lit.
So much fun.
Yo, shout out to on Instagram, I am as I do. Shout out to you. You just said, yo, I like your style.
Big shout. Big
Shout out to Depressed Little Soul. Don't be depressed. Be happy.
And be big.
What?
And be big.
And be big. Think big. Always think big.
Speaking, I just want to get it out there.
Yeah.
Speaking on depression, first things first, rest in peace to Chester Bennington from
Yes.
Lincoln Park. One of the greatest lead singers of any band ever. Their music basically got me through middle school. Anybody who's watching or listening to the podcast, I'm sure you have all listened to Lincoln Park at some point in time. It just goes to show depression and stuff like that could hit anywhere, anybody, anytime. If you need help, reach out. There are people there to help you. Depression don't discriminate. Doesn't matter how much money you got, how famous you are. You could be the highest of the high or the lowest of the low. Depression can come out and it can grab you. So, once again, rest in peace to Chester Bennington, a great artist gone far too soon.
Word, 100%, man.
Rest in peace.
It's wild. I didn't even get to read into anything, but obviously I heard it was a suicide. And it's wild shit, man. That's what a lot of people forget. I think that main point that you said is just because someone has money or anything, I mean...
Yo, Jay Foss, I don't need no haircut, all right? Hi, Mom.
But why don't you just tune in to on the phone?
What is it, on yours?
Yeah, it'd be a lot easier. We could read right here. But yeah, man, depression could hit anybody. Children, adults, people who have money, people that don't have money, people that come from rock bottom, successful people. And a lot of people even forget about successful people. They have a lot of stress that we don't think about on a daily basis. You know, I mean, some of these people, like even high level, you know, like Eminem, Drake, they can never go pump gas if they want. They can never go in a store. Even lower level, you just never know what it could be. So always try to be a good person. Like that's why I always try to be. Anyone that knows me, I try to go by that motto: is treat others how you would want to be treated. Because you do never know what someone's going through.
Never.
You never do. You could, you know, like if you open the door for somebody in the store, you never know that could have been the nicest thing that's happened to him all day, or her. Like little things. I think about that shit all day because I just walk around every day throughout my life saying, I'm going to treat others the way I want to be treated. And people say you could be walked over like that, etc. But you know what? Guess what? I don't really care. It's worth it. So rest in peace to him. But on a brighter side, what band were you talking about?
30 Seconds to Mars.
Do you know this band?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Shit.
I'm whiter than you,
I
man.
really
not
haven't
heard of 30 Seconds to Mars.
I'm whiter than you, Joe. I'm sorry.
I don't get it, bro. You know what you gotta do? You gotta expand your musical horizons, bro.
I'm expanded.
All you listen to is hip hop.
Well, I listen to R&B as well. I mean,
You don't listen to no Taylor Swift. Give her a chance.
Taylor, I mean, I probably listen to her on the radio. You know, I'd be over it and shit. But I'd be even making my customers listen to 103.9. They'd be jamming with me. They'd be like, oh, you got some soul. For real, they'd be rocking with me.
You gotta listen to everything, man. You gotta broaden your horizons, bro.
I like that channel, but like most of the time it sounds staticky.
Yeah, you
I'm
gotta
okay
catch
with
it
the
in
fucking
certain spots. Yeah, nah, because they're not that rocking like that. Everyone go listen to 103.9. Go check them out. But not, I just never heard of them, bro. And I listen to rock. I listen to Creed. I listen to 3 Days Grace. Those are my two favorite rock bands.
I like Three Doors Down.
3 Doors Down is cool. Yeah.
You gotta expand, man. There's so many great bands out there.
Um,
So many great
No,
bands.
no, you're right. I do have to definitely get to know my catalog, get back to it. Are a lot of these people still making music? That's my
Yeah.
question. Are they still like coming out with stuff?
I don't think Creed makes music anymore.
Nah, see, I love it. See, now them I wouldn't know. Them I do follow. They're my all-time favorite. A lot of people say they were religious, but you didn't hear it. Like they were, but I don't really think you really heard it too much. Yeah,
You listen to their earlier stuff, and they're definitely
maybe early, and then they
they're definitely a Christian rock band.
Yeah.
But they're good. They're
but
solid.
right.
I liked Creed growing
Right.
up.
It's
I
not like
loved
it's
Creed.
noticeable. Like
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
oh my god.
if you start thinking about it, then I'll find it. But I love Creed. But yeah, I gotta catch up
You're
on my rock
shouting out
bands.
soon.
Led Zeppelin, Leonard Skillard. Yeah, that's old school, like classic rock. You know what's funny is I know a lot of classic rock because my mom loves classic rock, my dad. And I know 90s rock, but I don't know, hip hop, I just fell in love with. I just fell in love with hip hop.
Well, I did too. I love hip hop, but
Hip-hop
But it was like, it's a
party.
different, like I love rock, don't get me wrong, but like for me, music is my therapy, and like R&B and real, like hip hop is my therapy. I love rock and all that. Leonard's good.
Leonard,
Leonard.
Lynard,
Mhm.
Leonard
Yeah.
Skinner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan really of all different types of music. I am, but I do mainly listen to hip hop. Boom Nap. I don't know what that is. But all right, so off that, we got some thumbs up for Boom Nap. Off that, what our topic was today is parent and children relationships. Not necessarily children, young children. I'm talking kind of our age.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
After 18, etc. I actually didn't get this topic directly from somebody, but I've come in contact with close people that I know that are just sometimes struggling with that. And it's a common thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of different scenarios with it. Like either you just lose touch, you're forced to lose touch, or maybe all of a sudden now you're finally getting to know them. Because I feel like a lot of times that's what happens is, you know, you grow up without a parent, and then all of a sudden we get to this age, and then people start knocking on the door. It happens. I mean, I just found it happening with a lot of people around this mid-20s era.
Yep.
You know, or shit like, yo, your situation, bro. I can't imagine how like that feels. You know,
It
I don't want to
sucks.
get too personal, but like, there's a lot of people like that. Like your families just go separate ways. You know, not for any bad reason. Just, you know, life happens. People move on. People retire. Like,
Yeah, man. I
They're
spent
asking
the
all
first
over.
I spent the first 29 and a half years of my life, my parents being within an arm's reach, and then one day they were gone, down in Florida. I mean, obviously it's not, there are people going through way worse in terms of stuff like that, but still, in the situation, in the moment, it's tough. You miss your parents, definitely.
Somebody just asked on our live, how old are we? I'm 27. I don't know if you guys want to drop ages.
I am 30.
I'm
30.
I am just as old as Joe.
Yeah,
We have the same birthday.
yeah. A little fun fact. Amanda told me I had the same exact birthday, same year and everything. It's pretty wild.
I don't know who was born first, but
I was 4 p.m. I don't know.
I forget mine.
You're smarter, so you're probably more of a
That is true.
So, you're probably born a little earlier. But yeah, there's so much stuff with that. So I just kind of wanted to get into different things. You know, we're not gonna go too crazy in that because every situation is different. But what keeps you strong? Like with that, like what keeps you like? You know, put that in?
I mean, it's just you have no other choice, really. You know, you can't bicker about it. You can't just sit there and sulk. You gotta move on, man. You know, I mean, if it happened at a younger age, then yeah, it would be something a lot different. But I mean, I'm 30 years old. I'm grown. It's time for me to handle my own business. You know, in the grand scheme of things, it's better for them that they're down there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically my main coping mechanism. Is they're happier down there. They look healthier down there. And that's the ultimate goal in the end. Would I rather see them miserable up here and just selfishly because they're next to me be happier with that? No. I'd rather them be down there living their lives happy, no stress, no bullshit, and I could just go down and visit whenever I can.
Yeah, as long as you, because I know a lot of people are in that. Do you have anyone, any close friends or anything like that have a gap, like a recent gap, like that their parents moved farther or anything like that for that part?
No, I don't think so. But we were talking about earlier about how you don't know your parent and then you come to this age and then you're like just finding who they really are.
Yeah.
That's where I was at. That's where I'm at now. Way better relationship with my mother specifically because of that space. You know, I've always, since I was little, I was like, I'm gonna move out when I'm 18. And then obviously, like that, it wasn't realistic. And then I got to a point when I was like 20 something, and I'm like, I want to move out. I can, but if I move out now, I'm gonna be stuck in like a dead end job, just trying to survive. So I was like, fuck that. I'm not moving out until like I'm really ready. So all that shit I'm going through, and my mom, like, we don't know each other at this point. She thinks I just want to fucking leave. You know, there was no communication at all. But now that I
living there, going to school.
Right, coming in, hi, what's up, how you doing? That's it, nothing more. But now that I moved out, like, we're texting each other, telling her what I did, what I'm doing. You know, like conversations that I never had before because I didn't want to be there, you know?
Yeah.
So, I'm grateful for that. It's hard, you know, I miss her food and, you know, and not paying rent, you know, but
yeah,
it's better.
But that's strong that you have that you still have that connection now. Like you have that connection.
I'm glad that it happened because some people don't ever get to experience that, and you know, whatever reason their parent might have passed away or they're not even able to rekindle a relationship because of problems or whatever. But
yeah,
sometimes you need that step back. You know. So, you have something on your Instagram.
but it's usually the little. I mean, obviously the big stuff you miss, but it's a lot of the little stuff that you miss, you know? A lot of the small stuff. Like, I miss watching baseball games with my dad, you know? Obviously, I miss my mom's cooking. Like, all the little stuff, you know? They were always within an arm's reach. They were always there. You ever needed anything, you needed somebody to talk to, you know? I mean, now, same thing, they're only a phone call or FaceTime away, but still.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, you still need that real connection. But I think it's never forget about that connection, you know, and always try to be there as much as you can. Always try to FaceTime as much as you can.
Absolutely.
You know, like no matter what your situation is, like with yours, if they're in Florida, like, you know, my advice to people, if, you know, not talking directly to you, like anyone in that situation, like, yo, FaceTime them just like you would if you were there with them every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like if, you know, whatever, like, take advantage of technology, you know, when you can. FaceTime them, still be texting them, like, just don't try to be so upset at the fact that they're not here.
Yeah.
And then because that's what happens a lot of times too. You're just like upset
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, and you're just like, whatever, they're not here.
Yeah.
So you kind of just get discouraged. Not that you don't love them anymore or anything. You just get discouraged
Yeah, absolutely.
because they're not here. So you're just kind of like, oh fuck, you know, fuck this, they're not even here. What's the point?
Brian picks he mentions that his brother, when it's kind of the same with his brother when his brother moved out.
Yeah.
That also can happen. I think in any type of relationship, in a family member, you know, be your aunt, your cousin, your sibling, your parents. Sometimes it's better, you know, for that distance.
Oh yeah, when you have that distance, sometimes like a lot of situations are like that. Like yo, me and my ex, yo, as a relationship, it didn't work. It's never gonna work. Mm-hmm. Living in the same household. But yo, we friends now. We kick it. Like we have conversations. We're not arguing about little shit. We're not bickering about little shit. We just chill. We kick it. We have some dope conversations, and then keep it bumping. Like some relationships are like that, you know. And relationships, friendships, family ships, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I'm making up that word. It's gonna be my new word, family ships.
Yep.
You know?
I don't mean to cut you off. Big shout out, Felly Fame, in the room watching.
There he
Appreciate the
is.
support, brother.
Yeah, man. Go check out the new album, like we told you guys last week. The new Elvis in stores. Also, my personal favorite, Fame. I don't know if you're still watching, but the Cranes in the Sky freestyle. That was probably my favorite work of yours, and like probably you've done recently. Like, I love all the work, but Cranes in the Sky, man, that shit was really hard. I think you got to push that a little bit more. That freestyle. I know it's obviously not an original beat or anything, but yo, that Cranes shit was like top notch.
Dope, man. For real. Go check out the new album. It's called The New Elvis. The album's just dope, man. This album's dope.
Get on it. But take advantage of the FaceTime if you have a distance. Also, like a lot of times we're like we say it all the time here. You know, you're so busy living every day that you're not thinking about the other stuff.
No.
Like what I'm think about is, yo, how much money do you spend on the weekend partying?
A lot.
Right? You get drunk, you die like you did.
Right.
Right? If you really think about it, you could afford a trip once a month to go see your family. You know what I'm saying? Maybe cut back on a little something you're doing. We all have our ish. We all have our something that we could maybe cut back on. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? And really, depending where they're at, I mean, obviously, if they're in fucking India, you know what I'm saying? That's really tough, too. I don't know how people do that with the Arabics. You know, like, all these different countries and states. And
Yo, you know, I want to live like them, though. Because they go on vacation for, like, 2 months.
Yeah, no, you're right. And
like,
then,
where?
But, I mean, it is kind of smart, but still, like, what I'm getting at is, you know, obviously that distance you can't, but if it's a kind of a reasonable flight ticket, you know what I'm saying? If it's like $200 flight ticket, you could do that once a month. If you think about how much you spend on other bullshit, you know? You really spend some extra money doing whatever, drinking, fucking, you know, like, you're even getting a haircut, fucking cut your shit yourself. You know how much money you probably save?
Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
Let's
I mean,
relax.
All right,
Let's relax.
maybe I'm pushing it. Yeah, not everyone can do just a regular cut like me.
Wait, hold on, sorry. John Wyman in the building saying, yo.
Yo, what up, Johnny?
What up, John?
What is he? Gangstars? Yo, you funny. Gangstars. Alright, so.
That's clever.
What's up?
That's clever.
That's clever. That's going to be our new hashtag. Gangstars. But, for real, we do a lot of bullshit. Just save up. Just think about what you spend your money on. Go through your fucking account and just be like, circle this. And I guarantee in a month you could probably get 2 fucking plane tickets. Stop fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was in Brick, I was only an hour and a half away, and I made sure I was always up here. A lot of people didn't even know I lived down there for as long as I did because I was up here so much. Because I spent time with my family. I took a bus. I took a bus up here on weekends. You know, you just have to do that type of shit. Instead of everybody else, they probably would have been seaside partying up every weekend.
Yeah.
Me, I love my family, I love my friends. So I was taking the bus I'm taking a fucking 3-4 hour bus ride. Yo, so, you know, you have, but it's not saying that you, just because you're not doing it, I'm not saying that you don't love your family, etc. I'm just saying maybe you're just not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not thinking about that option, you're not thinking it's possible. You know?
Yeah, I agree 100%. The only thing would be like wear and tear. You know, like when it's a trip like that, you don't want to bust your ass all week sometimes and then have to rush straight from work on like a Friday.
Yeah.
Fly down to Florida.
Well, not every weekend, but I'm saying
to get 2 days to fly back Sunday and then go right back to work Monday. And trust me, I wish I could. I wish I could go to Florida every single damn weekend. It would be great. But I agree with you 100%. It should be done more often.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can. It can physically be done. And my only reason saying it is, like, I know that feeling. I lost one of my parents. Like, especially after that. Like, I've always felt like that, but especially after that, you'll never get days back.
Never.
You're never going to get... I look at life completely different now because of that. Because I value my time. I value everything. I value my days. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know, like, when you're not going to see that family member anymore.
Yeah.
So just take advantage of it. Think of a way, because if you think about it now, like, it's kind of fucked up to say, but you have to think, okay, I'm not going to be able to see this person for the rest of ever.
Yeah.
Ever. There's going to be a point where it's just never going to happen ever again in my life. So might as well enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of going out fucking partying, doing bullshit, go hang out with the family.
Today's first hello could also be the last goodbye. So you never know. You never know. So cherish that time. Love it. And you'll be a happier person for it.
Of course. I think even if your relationship isn't that great with the person, even if your relationship isn't that great, you have to give people chances, I feel. You know what I'm saying? Give them chances. If it really goes that way and then y'all can't work it out, you can't work it out, but at least give it a shot, because you don't want to ask yourself, what if?
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of people do that, and then all of a sudden you're all depressed and you're all fucking hating your life because your parent died and you were saying fuck them all your life. You know what I'm saying? Because they maybe hurt you once or twice. Mm-hmm. We all are human. We all do stupid shit. We all sin. You know? Like, I always say, like, don't judge someone because they sin different than you do. We all sin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're beefing with a family member like that, just remember that. And try to always think about it. One day, they're not going to be here. Take advantage of it now. Every day. Even if they're healthy, they could fucking drop dead tomorrow. You don't want to regret anything later. You're already going to be crazy in pain because they're not here no more. You don't want to make that pain with pain and regret.
Yeah.
So, think about that. Stop stressing about other bullshit. How did you and your mom build that connection back? Build a connection. It just happened?
Yeah, I felt the need to call her to tell her things like, Mom, I put those curtains up that you gave me. Oh, look, let me send you a picture of my couch. You know? Then it started off like that. Then I just wanted to update her on, like, what the fuck I was doing. So, that's how I built.
Word. And it just happened, right? Like you said, you weren't before you didn't have that connection. Yeah, you just gotta let things flow. Mm-hmm. But that's really, really dope. And what about your pops?
My pops is quiet, but I go out of my way to, like, do shit with them. So, like, I think it was 2 weekends ago, I took them out to the Yankee Stadium. As a family, so, you know, little things like that. Like, there's a lot of shit that I missed out on. Like this weekend, last weekend, right? What day is today?
I don't know, man. You died, and
I died, yeah.
Did the brain go with you a little bit too, a little part?
Hell yeah, I'm telling you, I'm never was the same. Nothing was the same, there you go. But yeah, so last weekend, they cooked, like, a nice ass meal. They're like sending me pictures, and I'm like, seriously? Like, you sent me this fucking picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. So some things I missed out on, but I know I could just show up there and just do whatever.
Yeah. But that's the thing, do those more. That's you, like, you know, because obviously I know there's people saying the same thing as you. You know, like they're agreeing to this right
If
now.
I would have gone, I just died, so.
She's like, but I'm just saying, like, start focusing on that. This is kind of one thing I want to push. You know, I'm not talking about it everyone. I just want to push people on just living more and just worrying about the more important shit.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that, because we have so many distractions throughout the day that we forget about these things. So what I'm going to try to do is every time we come on here and every time we talk, I'm just going to try to remind y'all, like I'm going to be that fucking annoying voice in your head saying, yo, what are you doing tonight? You're not doing shit? Go by your parents.
That's it.
Or whatever, like just something.
Or your siblings or whoever. Because,
yeah, anyone you love. Like, doesn't have to be a parent. Just someone you love.
like we said, you never know. You never know. And those relationships are so important and they're irreplaceable. You know, friendships come and go. You can't replace a family member, a blood relative. You can't replace a brother, a mom, a dad. Cherish the moments that you guys have together, because not everybody has those moments. Not everybody gets to have that. So if you are fortunate enough to have that, cherish those relationships.
Word, I'm with that. And basically anybody that you consider a family member. If you consider them family, just start thinking about that shit more. And you know, John said he doesn't sin. That's mad. That's hilarious.
Hey John, I got one for you. Hey Walt, hold my phone.
I'm with that. We'll put this right over here. Also, what kind of thing you could think about, because I hear a lot of times about family members that just aren't there, and then all of a sudden it's like you're 28 and then they just pop up. What kind of recommendation would you give that?
It depends. I mean, it really depends. I think any relationship that you can have, if you can make it work, try and make it work. Obviously, if you're talking 28 years, 28, 29, 30 years, obviously try and work something out, but you're never going to get that time back. So if it's a situation where you're doing well for yourself and you're successful and you're happy in life, and then somebody comes along and they try to kind of do that, let me jump back in here real quick, maybe keep your guard up a little bit, assess the situation. But I mean, you're talking 28, 29, 30 years, that's a long time. That's a long time to let somebody just walk right in and you to put your guard down and give them full trust. And
of course.
Obviously if it's a family member, if you can make a relationship work, I think it's always worth a shot. But also there's some shitty people in the world, and sometimes those people have ulterior motives, and sometimes you got to keep your guard up for that as well. Yeah.
Because it gets to that point where you never know what they could be looking for. You always have to. I mean, I say keep your guard up with everything in life, but especially, I mean, if you're in your late 20s or you're 18, really don't matter whatever age. But if your parent hasn't been there an X amount of period of time, or a brother hasn't been there in a long period of time, and they start coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it's not a situation where they're only trying to join the party because you're successful and you're doing well for yourself, let's say you're on the balls end of your ass and you're not doing very well. One of those family members you haven't spoken to in 25, 30 years comes along, they offer their support, they give you words of wisdom, all that kind of stuff, then you're talking a different ballgame. And then build that relationship, make it strong.
I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason.
I would agree with that.
Sometimes things happen, like I think we dabbed into it a little bit on the chapter 12, and just sometimes people aren't ready to be there at certain periods of their life, because remember, we're all going through different things. So I was just trying to say, have an open mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you want to be realistic, you want to have your guard up, so you don't get hurt. But I think being open-minded could help things a lot.
Yeah, I would agree with
To
that.
a point.
But you're the author of your own destiny. So if there's a situation where you think something doesn't feel right, I would think trust your gut. Obviously have that open mind, but also trust yourself.
Okay. What do you think about that?
I think you guys both have good points. I mean, you have to trust yourself, like Walt said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trust your gut.
Yeah.
But at the same time, remember that just how you see it maybe isn't always how it is. You know, you have to hear them out, hear their reason to maybe why they weren't there, etc., whatever.
But there's certain situations where you can be the bigger person.
Yeah.
And there's some situations where you're just like, I gotta get out of this stupid
Like
ass cycle. It depends on the relationship, if the relationship is good or not.
Yeah. Shout out to Mrs. Donna Bauer. Said always go with your gut instinct.
There's just as much as you wouldn't like it to be the case, there are a lot of people out there, even if they are family members, that do have ulterior motives. And there are a lot of people out there that are just genuinely shitty people. And it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, sometimes you gotta weed through that to get to the good. You know, I don't know how else to put it.
My mom said, you know if your friends and like whatever family are good for you or like really care for you is if you're in the hospital and they come visit you. She's like, pay attention who comes to visit you when you're in the hospital. And those are the people you have to keep close or whatever.
But also I think everybody in their life goes through some type of, I don't think tragedy is the right word, but something along those lines, some type of bad situation where you can, it's really a great time to see who's really there, who's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people go through certain situations where you can tell in that moment in time, this was who was there for me, this was who turned their back.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Of course.
I agree.
And that's when you have to notice those things.
Absolutely.
So you're not wasting your time focusing on that shit, on those people.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I think keep your circle small. I mean, I'm not saying don't have friends. I mean, obviously have a million fucking friends. But in terms of like close people that you would almost call family, or people that you even would call family, I think you need to keep that circle small.
I keep mine real small.
Yeah, that's how
I
I
like
am
it
as
like
well.
that. What?
I said I am like that as well. But
I mean, I really only have, other than my real family, there's really only probably 5 other people in my life that I would consider family, that I would call family, you know?
yeah, it's about a handful. 5 people. It's usually about how it is. But if you do have someone that comes back in that hasn't been there around, I feel like always just hear their story, because you don't know why the gap was, and just give it a shot and see where it goes. You know, you don't have to be arms open wide. Say, here's a bed, come live with me, whatever. But back to before with the death. Always remember, it can happen. You don't want to stress on regrets.
Never.
You know, because it's could, woulda, shoulda. Ain't never gonna happen again. You ain't gonna be able to change the past. So whatever you know what I'm saying? Like whatever you're about to do, remember it could affect your future. So just really think about it. Just sometimes you have to stop and take it 2 seconds. If a family member comes at your fucking door one day and you just want to curse them out, you know what I'm saying? Like, close the door for a minute. Think about it.
Yeah.
Give it a couple seconds. You know, we're always so quick to just jump onto our, with our emotions. Sometimes your emotions ain't really the best. It's always come out of your emotions.
Yeah.
You know, when someone pisses you off, you're real quick to be like screaming at them and say, curse them out. What if you sit back for a couple seconds?
That's your best bet. Your best bet in a situation like that, if somebody was to come along after a long hiatus, assess the situation, of what situation you're in, you know, have the conversation with them, talk, give them the time to at least explain, try and see it from as many angles as you can possibly see it from. And then go from there. Just assess what type of situation you're in, what type of situation they're in. Try and see it from as many angles as you possibly can. And it'll give you a clearer vision. It'll give you a more realistic point of view.
Of course, and just jumping out of, you know, anger or fucking sadness, you know, because you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? If that person hasn't been around, it's maybe been eating at you or whatever, maybe it hasn't. But whatever the case is, like, it's somewhere. It's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So real quick, you're just gonna bang something, some kind of emotion. Which is, you know how like they do in the movies? You know, you watch a movie and then they have the fake singing and shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then they go back.
Yeah.
Do that, like on some real shit. Like life's one big movie. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know what's gonna happen.
Well,
as it goes.
But you can try and control it as much as you possibly can.
Exactly. So just take that step back before you act.
And you know what? Even if that situation does come along and your first reaction is anger, then table that shit. Maybe say, you know what? I'm kind of busy. Can I get back with you tomorrow? Mm-hmm. Cool yourself off. Have the conversation. You don't want to go into anything like that too high on emotion or too low on emotion. You want to go into it level-headed and try and see every angle that you can possibly see so you can make the correct decision.
You need to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah.
Hey.
Drops mic.
Drop it. When you get your video, you just do it. Just drop it mic. It's not this one though. This one.
Boom. No, not this one. Maybe a styrofoam one or
A
something.
little styrofoam mic, just bang.
But I have to like do one-liners though.
Alright, I'm with it. What are you saying? You guys can hear all this little behind the scenes type of shit. But yeah, emotions can take over shit. Anger. I just thought we should do an anger management topic coming up soon. I know a lot of people have anger problems.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to someone on our live. They said, just put those who are willing to help you succeed, then watch you fail. Then I guess, yeah, the people that, but that's really hard sometimes to find out who's really willing to help you succeed. Shout out to Chris Patiri watching on the live. Shout out to Tiffany Wargo. You guys are real. Thank you for tuning in. Just going to kind of catch some people up. We're about to finish up the topic, but you can go back this coming Monday and hear what we were talking about. We were talking about just relationships between parents and children, but not children as in kids, like my parents, you know, his parents, her parents, etc.
Children.
What?
And then it kind of expanded into just familial relationships in general.
Exactly. Like when shit is just always kind of keeping them close. You know what I'm saying? And just always remembering that tomorrow is not promised.
Yeah.
And make those things a priority. And instead of the wild shit.
And you know what?
Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, Brian.
Much love to everybody watching on the feeds. We appreciate having you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I don't want this to sound like doom and gloom or like cold or dark or anything like that. But the only thing on this planet that we are all guaranteed is that we are one day no longer going to be here. Mm-hmm. So make the most of the time that you are here. Make the most of those relationships with the people that you hold near and dear, with the people that you love. Because, like Joe said, tomorrow's not promised, not for any one of us.
Yeah. That's kind of the only thing that we're guaranteed. You know?
Yeah.
Death?
Pretty much. I
And
think
death.
it's... What?
I said death and death.
I think it's the only thing that we're guaranteed in life.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, and like I've said before,
Tony, welcome. Welcome, Tony.
what up, what up? With that being said, love is probably the most powerful thing in the world. So for the people that we love, since those two come in factor. Shitting to yo, John, you real, yo. Thanks for coming in clutch. Shitting is guaranteed. You're right. That's probably the second one. I can't think of another one. Every second is a gift.
Yes, it is.
Word,
Tim. Yes, it is.
100%. Every second is a gift. We never know. So with family members, like what we were saying is, yo, even if they live a million miles away, FaceTime them. Like if y'all used to have dinner every night, FaceTime them while y'all having dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like stupid shit like that. Like just think about that type of shit because you don't know what's gonna be what's up. You know what I'm saying?
You never know. You never know.
And it's gonna help you out in the long run. Like or even thinking like that. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like even my mom passed away, but even before that, I kind of always had that analogy, and I thank my mom for even having that conversation with me. We used to have the conversation about her not being here before she passed. We had that convo. Like she was like, "I want you to be cool." You know what I'm saying? I want us to do this because one day we're not gonna be here. Like we had that talk. So same thing. Like don't be afraid to have that talk with your family members. You know what I'm saying? Like to connect on that level. So when something does happen, it's not a crazy shocker. It's not a crazy heartbreak because it's guaranteed. It's gonna happen one day.
Just don't be afraid to have that conversation, because not only is it the only thing that's guaranteed, it's also completely unavoidable. We are all at some point in time no longer going to be here,
I guess it's cut that off.
and it is what it is. So make the best of it, man. Make the best of it. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna save that.
I agree with you 100%, Aaron. 100%.
What did she say?
Aaron said, in a split second, your whole life can change for the worse. So make it the best you can, good or bad days. I agree 100%.
Yeah. And we forget about that. Like, yeah, we all say that. Everyone can come on here and kind of agree with us, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't think anyone's going to kind of come on here and say, because we all know that in the back of our head.
Yeah.
But my thing is, we forget about that as we're moving, as we're hustling every day. Because you can't just lay in bed all day, and you can't just be fucking sitting on the couch watching Netflix with the family all day. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. That's not life. But we forget about that.
And a lot of times the conversations don't happen and thoughts don't happen, not only just because of forgetfulness and the hustle and bustle of your daily lives, just because it's a painful thing. It's a painful thing to think about. It's a painful thing to talk about, to say, you know what, one day this person sitting in front of me isn't going to be here. But it's a reality. Is it a harsh reality? Absolutely. But it is still a reality. And I don't want to use the word embrace. Don't embrace it, but maybe accept it and make the best out of those moments.
Word. Do it. Yo, that was really dope, that Yankee game. You know, stuff like that. Like, yo, if you go into a game, yo, take your parents there, hang out with them, like your family member, anything you're doing, just try to incorporate it a little bit more. Also, what I do is every Wednesday, over at the Applebee's in Garfield, I do a Wednesday Wings and Visions. So with that, I make people a vision board, right? Now, a vision board is normally just goals, things you're trying to accomplish, etc. What I add in there is a lot of pictures of your family and the people that you care about and the people that you love. Because, like you said, you don't think about sometimes that type of thing. You always love them, but it's just those little things aren't coming to mind. So maybe try that. Like, it's really stupid. It sounds kind of corny, kind of whatever. But, yo, put pictures of your family on your phone. This is what we all now are on our phones all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Put them there. You always remember, yo, fuck, I didn't call my mom today. Let me call her. Let me text her. You know what I'm saying? My brother, he's in the army, whatever. Let me write him a letter today. You know, anything, etc. Like, it's how it is. I'm just going to read some of these comments from the Facebook. Aaron, one of the worst calls I got was when I got told about my son's father died and everything changed in that phone call. Word, yo. Like, death teaches you and changes everything. Like, I see the world completely different now.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, very, very sorry for your loss, yo. We're here for you if you ever need someone to talk to about that.
Absolutely. Anytime, Aaron. Anytime.
Jason Foss, don't dwell on the past because you can't change it. Don't worry about the future because it's not guaranteed. Live in the now, live for today, and make today the best you can, and be thankful forever. And then, hold on. I don't know why it doesn't show with the end of it, Jay. But, yeah, Jay, yo, 100% Jay, man, like, it's shit that we just don't think about. So that's why, obviously, that was a big reason why we started this podcast, is to help people just open their mind a little bit to these topics and these situations that we're not thinking about all the time because we have so much other bullshit. You know, like stress, like, oh, you be busy as fuck.
So much other bullshit.
Right? Like, what's going through your day every day?
Fucking worrying about school, worrying about work, worrying about parking, worrying about walking JoJo, worrying about going to the gym, and staying on top of everything. Sucks.
Exactly, but at the same time, that love that you have in your heart for your people, you know, like it is. Sometimes you get distracted, right?
Yeah. I try not to work. I used to work like crazy. And then I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to work the weekends. Ever.
There you go.
And you just like cap yourself at things, you know.
And it makes you happy, right?
Yeah.
So do it. If it makes you happy, do it.
Do it.
Or I'm with that.
What? Shia LaBeouf?
What?
Remember the video Shia LaBeouf did?
No.
Shia LaBeouf. You know that, right?
No, I don't know how that is.
The guy from fucking Transformers.
We're here 100%, Aaron. Anytime.
What were you?
You can hit the email. You can message us on Facebook. You need my phone number. You want to talk personally, I will give it to you, no problem whatsoever.
Word, Aaron, 100%. No worries. And it's going to be 7 years in September. I already know how that is. I mean, every day is hard. You know what I'm saying? That 7th mark, today's mark, tomorrow's mark, yesterday's mark, every day is hard. You know? It's never going to get easier. But there's always people you can talk to about it and things you can do, positive things. You have to think on how they would want you to feel. On that 7th year mark, don't be sad. You know? They wouldn't want you to be sad. They wouldn't want you to be upset.
One thing that I've learned from loss is it never goes away. And people say that, well, it does go away, you get over it. It doesn't. Just the time and living makes it a little bit easier to cope with. But it never goes away, ever.
No.
You learn to live with it.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's life. It fucking sucks, but that's life. Mm-hmm. And if you guys ever need anybody to talk to, we are here all the time.
100%. You know, we've like I said before, you know, we do this because we're not nobody perfect. None of us are fucking experts in this shit. But, you know what I'm saying? He's been through things I haven't been through, that maybe you haven't been through. I've been through things that maybe you haven't been through, etc. Same or how all do different things. Mm-hmm. All right. That's why also, if you guys ever go back to some of our past episodes, we have a lot of guests on here because there's nobody in the earth can't. I would tell them, no, you can't come on and talk. Why? Because we're just sharing perspective. Because this is the conversation that people really don't have like that. And sometimes people have them, but they're like, shit, I want a little bit more input. I want something else. Mm-hmm. So.
And we're here. The main goal for us is we want to help people. We want to be able to help people. We want to be able to get people through situations, even if it's just a simple phone call, or if it's just talking through text message, or just words of encouragement. I know I've had plenty of days where I needed somebody to talk to me. I needed somebody to give me a hug. We've all had those days. And if somebody could be there, it makes things a lot better. And a lot of people don't understand how quick some people, or how close some people are to completely going over that ledge. And one phone call, or one hug, or one pat on the back changed everything. And it's little things. It's little things. I've talked to people many times that have said little things have saved their life.
Yeah.
You know? And I hate the stigma that is surrounding suicide nowadays, where it's almost become like a trendy thing, and you don't realize how many lives could have been saved by just a conversation or a phone call or a text message, just anything. And we want to be here for that. We want to be able to help whoever we can get through a shitty time.
Yeah. We got producer Hideki changing the
I'm
camera.
trying to, because it's killing me softly that
Without what?
the therapy without degrees backward.
Oh, no, it's all good, yo. They get that.
Is it blurry?
Yeah, I think it's more blurry. I think my other camera was better.
We tried.
Of course, yo. Sometimes it's the like you said, the least person, or what I said in the beginning. I'm not sure if you weren't here. Like, I treat others how I feel like I would want to be treated. It's the same thing. Like, I use the example opening the door for somebody. Stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, maybe buy someone coffee for the day. Like,
Yeah.
the little things, because you never know. Like, yo, our individual emotions, I think, is the most. Like, people hide their regular emotions. Mm-hmm. No matter what y'all think. If y'all think that they're venting on Facebook, they're still holding shit back. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody that you're never gonna know what's going through someone's mind. You never know what their emotions are. You don't know. Trust me. Like,
there was actually an article that showed what people. So he was taking pictures of people on their phones on the train. So they were looking like this, and so he took a picture of them, and then he went on Instagram and their social media, and he was looking at the pictures that they put out, and they were like comparing like what they really look like, all sad and like basic, and then what they really put out on social media, and it was just like fabulous, good lighting, filters, and all this other shit. So it was interesting.
Well, yeah. So stuff like that, like, you never see the worst. Nobody puts on fucking Instagram the horrible picture of themselves. Nobody does that. Mm-hmm. You know, that stuff like that. I mean, well,
a lot of people don't. So there's some people who don't.
Well, yeah, some people don't give a shit, but what I'm getting at is more the emotion base. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You never really fully know. It don't matter if fucking someone's in baseball and they just hit a home run, they run around, they're so happy. Guess what? When they go in that dugout field, they can just remember something that just is killing them mentally. But they're still going to be giving you a high five, acting like everything's cool, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everything.
You truly never know. You never know. Mm-hmm. They could have the biggest smile on their face and on the outside be the happiest person in the world while they're falling apart and dying on the inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And for a lot of people, it's tough to say that to anybody, but it would save so many lives if we just talked about it.
Of course.
If somebody who was dying on the inside just picked up the phone and told somebody, listen, I need somebody. I need a shoulder to cry on, or I need somebody to talk to. I need a friend. Whatever. And we could save so many lives.
Of course. But obviously, you know, like, at least I know we're not going to get there tomorrow. Right? It's going to take time for that, whatever. But my personal goal, and the reason why I built this platform and we're pushing forward with this movement, is because, okay, let's just say you're not, like, I want people to obviously come up here, talk about it, let go, but guess what? If not, you can listen to us. And then maybe we'll help your emotions just by you listening. We never even got to know who the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to know you're listening, etc. Maybe we just help you with something that you're going through, etc. Same thing if you have a friend that's going through something, you give them the podcast. Maybe they're going through something. Maybe they just need a little different perspective on their situation. And we covered their situation in chapter 13, whatever the fucking one was. Guess what? It made me care because I know, okay, like, I got to that point where I was like, okay, nothing's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just not getting anywhere in life. You know what I'm saying? The world is not getting anywhere. people aren't talking about this shit. People still committing suicide. People still doing drugs, and it happening. So we need to kind of find other ways. So therapy is such a, word, quote unquote, funny word, but there's many different methods of therapy and many different methods of help.
Absolutely.
All right? So the goal is to try to find a method to help everyone, whatever way is going to work for them. If the podcast is going to work for you, guess what? You know what I'm saying? We got that. If etc. is going to work for you, we're going to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a dope, anything, like just going to have that direction, because obviously no one just sitting back is not going nowhere.
Nope. So
got to create a way. Got to create for people to help them with their emotions, but not the way that's out now, because it's just not working.
And if you guys, even if you want to meet in person, we'll come to you. No problem. If you want to come jump on the podcast with us and have a conversation about something, the invitation is wide open to anybody, whenever.
Word.
This is what we're here for. We're not here to just come up here and jibber jabber and talk shit and not mean the words that we say. You want to come on the podcast, you are more than welcome. Does not matter who you are.
Yep.
You want to stay anonymous, there's no problem. We will keep the live feed off.
We're going to put a paper bag over your head.
We'll keep the live feed off.
100%, or we just don't show you, whatever you want to do.
We're going to blur you out.
Aaron, yes. If you need us, we will come to Pennsylvania.
Word, I'm with that. I'll definitely come out there. I think Tony would as well, right?
Yeah, I love Philly.
Yep. Or any part of Philadelphia.
I love it.
So we're going to wrap that up, but I mean, obviously there's a lot more little different segments of that. I mean, we can go into it in the future if anyone wants to hear about anything. What you could do is, because we actually announced it last week, that we now have a nap. No, not a nap. Y'all didn't get that? We got an app. All right? We have an app. So right now, you could actually find it by going to therapywithoutadegree.com. All right? You go to therapywithoutadegree.com. You click that little menu button. And then there's a thing on the bottom where it says app, download. Click on that. Bang, you download the app.
There it is.
It's not in the app store yet, but that's the closest we're going to get for a little bit. And it's dope. It's just like a regular app. You download it, and there's a little section in there that you can click submit topic. When you submit topic, it's completely anonymous. I have no idea. I could fucking show you in person if you want to show you how anonymous it is. It doesn't show me when I get the actual thing. It just says what it is. All right? So that's if you could submit a topic to us. So if you're going through something and you want us to talk about it, etc. Or like he just said, if you ever want to come on, that's 100%. That's what we're down for. We actually had a live person on chapter 6. If you want to listen to it, you can go see how that went. Very just regular, how we're doing now, barbershop talk. Mm-hmm. What else we got going on?
We've had a lot of guests.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, not like phone guests and everything, but the actual live one-on-one, he was from chapter 6. But yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of phone calls and everything. Shout out to this girl I met last night doing an Uber ride. She's a female mailwoman. It reminded me of our chapter 2 caller from the mailman. Shout out to him. That phone call was absolutely hilarious. What else are we doing? We had the Wings and Visions. All right, Wings and Visions. Exactly what that is you're gonna come through. I'm gonna help you with a game plan. I'm gonna help you just with a vision board. All right. If you don't know what a vision board is, Google it. It's really dope. We could just link up. Like I've always said before, I'm not nobody perfect. But you never know. Sometimes you just need that other person to pick your brain. We can kind of go through things together, make a game plan for you.
And you get a free appetizer, right?
Yeah, that's the best part about it. You get a free appetizer and you get a free drink. All right, so even if you want to just come bullshit, free drink. Yeah, you get a free drink, yo. I need a drink right now. Not a drink like that. I need like a water or something. But I don't want to get twisted on not promoting alcohol. But what I'm just saying is, come through, yo. Wings and Visions. Like, get some of your ideas and your thoughts. A lot of times we have certain things in our mind, but we just need someone to pick our brain a little bit and just to lay our goals out. Even if it's a 2-week goal, if it's a 5-year fucking goal, whatever. All right. So Wings and Visions. It's really dope. Check it out. We also got some really dope clothes out on therapywithoutadegree.com. There's motivational shit. different type of shirts and hustle shirts, shit to get you fired up, shit to get you going.
The shirt right here.
Yeah, we got that shirt, our regular therapy without a degree shirt.
We got the hoodies.
Yep.
We got just about everything.
Yeah.
So
I got stuff for the kids on there too. YOLO shirts for the kids. I got all that. So check it out. Walt Bauer, you got anything?
No, man.
All right. What do y'all want to promote for this week?
Yo, shout out Mr. Bruno's.
Hey.
That shit's good.
Yeah. Yep. Actually, they're really, really dope too because they got a couple of our flyers.
Do they?
Yeah, they got a couple of our flyers in the store. So I want to give a big shout out to Mr. Bruno's in Little Ferry, New Jersey. It's a pizzeria over there. It's on Liberty, okay? Liberty Street.
Sorry. Thank you, Aaron, very much for the support. We love you.
Thank
And
you.
we are always here no matter what. You have a good night, all right?
Word. Good night, Aaron. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. So, Mr. Bruno's in Little Ferry, New Jersey. It's on Liberty Street. It's on the corner of Liberty and Main by the Dairy Queen. Yo, really fire pizza, all right? I shouldn't be even admitting this, but fuck it, I did it. Supposed to be eating healthy, but we slipped up a little bit. Had some pizza, had some garlic knots, but it was fucking awesome. Like I bet you weren't thinking it was gonna be that good, right?
No.
You just thought I was just ordering from a bullshit spot. Nah, this shit was fire.
But you also like your piece of thin, right?
I don't know, I like it just like that. Whatever it was.
Whatever it was, that's good. I thought you liked the thin.
Nah, like that is perfect.
Cause skirts, what is it? The one by the
Curiones?
Yeah, that's thinner.
Oh, yeah. And you throw some extra cheese on that bitch. Woo!
See, that's what I thought.
But what'd you think about this spot, Mr.
That's
Bruno?
good. It's good.
It's fire,
It's
right?
good.
And I think they got some really cool lunch special over there too. So if you're ever just trying to go over there for lunch, they got a really dope lunch special. They deliver around the area. They got some good food, and they got a nice service too. Because I went in there for a while before I even mentioned the podcast or whatever, and I had really exceptional service. So go check them out.
Yep.
As
Her shout out with Mr. Bruno's. What about you? Y'all anything?
far as shout out goes, no. I mean, just I reiterate what I said from the beginning. Rest in peace to Chester Bennington, man. And it just goes to show you that depression and all that can reach out and grab whoever the fuck it wants to. At 41 years old, one of the most talented artists on the planet, and he's no longer here because he was fighting demons.
Word.
And if you ever need to talk, just call us. We're here, always, 24/7.
Normal blast in the end.
And
going home.
big happy shout out to my 8-year-old niece Gabby, who is currently watching in Florida. Love you, sweetheart.
Shout out to Gabby. I'm with that. All right. So for me, what was my shout out? Just had it at the tip of my tongue. Oh, all right. Shout out. Well, I already said it earlier too, but fuck it, we're gonna irradiate it.
Don't say Wings and Vision again. You shout that shit out like 30 times.
Nah. Because it came up and then, whatever. And that's really dope. Yeah, you get some free shit.
Free promo, free
yeah,
promo.
free everything. Now I'm going to shout out the friends of the show, the Joe Budden podcast. Anyone that's watching it live, basically it's an invite to come hang out with me tomorrow over there. All right, even if you're not a fan of Joe Budden, if you're not a fan of anything, they're just going to kick it. It's going to be a really dope, fun time at the Highline Ballroom. Anyone that's listening, sorry it's going to be a little bit too late because we're not posting this up till Monday. But anyone that's on the live feed right now, we're going to catch one of these, the streams, maybe later on. Tomorrow, I'm going Friday night. So anyone's down to roll with me, let me know. If not, I'm going dolo. I'm going to have a great time. So shout out to them. And that's it.